Good morning, guys. It is 10:02 in the morning on this Thursday, February 20th. It's cold. 57 degrees outside. Oof. Looks like that rodent, that groundhog was right. Good morning. I'm Trooper Steve, your traffic safety expert, live in Results One. We're hanging out this morning. And you might be thinking, man, Steve, why are you seem like you're a little lively. I am. Because I'm off tomorrow. So super stoked. Disappear for a couple of days. Yesterday was kind of a hard day for me. Yesterday was a year since my dad had passed away. So, just kind of get away for a little bit. And then my mom got her passport in the mail. So I'm super excited for her as well. But I'm at a location where, oddly, I'm here quite often. And it's not something that someone should be proud of, right? But I'm at the airport at least 2-3 days a week minimum. Why? Obviously, you guys know my wife's a flight attendant, so I get to travel out to Orlando International Airport quite often. And with her being based elsewhere and being working for one of the largest top airlines, she's busy. Keeps me busy out here. But also as a Florida trooper, I would be out at the airport quite often, and I tell you, it would drive me insane the amount of signage and effort that MCO goes through to keep traffic flowing, to keep people safe out here, and yet drivers pay little to no mind of it. The amount of money that is spent to make sure that you guys have the resources that you need is insane, and yet you guys don't use it or pay attention. So that's what today's stream is going to be about. It's going to be more focused on safety. We're going to drive all 3 terminals. We're going to go and hang out in one of the cell lots and then talk about some of the improvements that are coming here to MCO. So if you're headed eastbound on 528, the ramp kind of takes you out. This area is famous for a lot of drivers hanging out here on this shoulder right here. But even with all the signs out here, no parking, people do it all the time. Why do they do it? Because they're waiting for their passenger to land, whoever they're going to come pick up. But one, it's a security hazard to be parked out here on the shoulder. There's plenty of signs posted, no parking, keep your butt moving. But it's also a crash factor. You have to be super careful out here. People aren't paying attention. People are darting all across the lanes. I'll tell you right now, this is going to be an amazing event. There is not a single car currently parked out here. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Ever. In 30... Oh, there it is. There's one. Right over there, left shoulder. Just parked there with the hazard lights on. White Ford Fusion. Man, for a second, guys, I had hope. For 1 second, I had hope. But no, that is illegal and dangerous for you guys to be parked there. So don't do that. So, all right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to come out here and drive parking A. Terminal A. Terminal A is the first one located as you're headed southbound on 436 into the airport. It occupies the 3 left lanes, and there's plenty of signage out in this area. So a key thing to keep in mind, departure flights, stay to the far right, because a lot of the times the arriving lane will back up, just like what it's doing right here. And I'll show you a little trick of the trade. So as you're headed in this direction, you'll notice something. Suddenly, the right lane is going to split into 2 lanes. So when arriving flights backs up here, you can just stay onto the far right and you're good to go. You can come up in this area. This morning doesn't seem too busy, but obviously the key to successful driving here is arriving on time and estimating your time of arrival. If you know that you're going all the way down on the far end, don't hang out in this right lane. Get over to the left side, slow your speed down a little bit, get down to 15 miles an hour, which is the posted speed limit out here, and just cruise on through. They do have both law enforcement and traffic personnel out here to make sure that you're staying moving. But a big key thing is, you still using your turning signal while you're out here? even if these guys aren't doing it right now. And understanding pedestrians are present as well. So you want to be extra cautious as you're cruising out here. So this far left lane does end, so you're going to use your turning signal. And also, be nice. Let people in. Give them a little flash of the lights. They cruise in. You'd want someone to do the same thing for you. So go ahead and hook up and do the same thing for them. All right, so we're going to exit A. We're not going to circle each arrival and departure because that would take us quite a bit of time out here. Another thing, speed limits out on property are much lower when you're crossing through in and out of the airport than they are than what you're probably used to. So average speed limit out here on MCO is 35 miles an hour when you're traveling through the area. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Orlando Police Department is tasked with enforcing law enforcement duties out here on property, and they will write you a ticket. So don't just think because you're on the airport property that suddenly they can't stop you or pull you over. They 100% can. All right, so next goal, we got people diving all over the place, dipping and diving. We got a game of dodgeball going on in this area. So as we're cruising through, we now are going to take the south exit and head south to Terminal B. Copy. And I think we're back. All right, guys. So sorry about that. The signal's getting a little shoddy as we're out by the airport, but you know what? This is what happens when you come out and live stream. We didn't plan on that one. So like I said, average speed's about 35 miles an hour. When you head towards B, you want to stay to the far right. Both B and C head in the same direction. C being completely detached from the area. So you want to be careful. So it does look like our signal is going to be a little iffy on the main portion here. So what we're going to do is exit. And we're going to exit towards Terminal C this morning and get out from the hustle and bustle of right here, because I think that could be just a little signal issue that's going on. But B, same thing. You want to make, they're both identical. A terminal and B terminal are exactly the same thing. So just be careful. If you're exiting and you want to get to C and you're coming through the southbound area from the like 528, you just stay to the far right lanes. It's going to bring you all the way out to the south terminal. Checking it out right here. Speed limit's still lower, 45 as you're coming up on this ramp. What's the biggest thing? The markings, signage. It is so crystal clear. Our signal definitely doesn't like going underneath stuff, I tell you that. All right, so we're going to exit here. If we wanted to go to C, you'd stay to the right. And we're going to head to my favorite cell lot area. So this cell is the travel plaza. Cell lot has economy parking, has a cell lot waiting area, and has a gas station. So if you want to get food, whatnot, anything like that. So let's come on over this way. It's called the Travel Plaza. Guys, it even has a Dunkin' Donuts and a Baskin Robbins. All right. Sorry how shoddy this is this morning. Didn't expect that, right? So where we're at here, uh-oh. Did I lose you? All right. Sorry, guys. My confidence is kind of digital at the moment. So on the south end of MCO, let me regain our thoughts here. Across from where the Bright Line train station is, where Terminal C station is, one of the most gorgeous terminals you can find, you're going to have a few different things. You're going to have surface lots, which include Atlantis, Discovery, and Endeavor. On the opposite side of the roadway, you have the Travel Plaza, and this Travel Plaza has a gas station, has a waiting area for you and your vehicle, and has restrooms and things like that. The 7-Eleven has also Dunkin' Donuts, which is somewhere I'll be getting here in the next few minutes. But once we park over here, I'm going to show you some graphics that MCO provided to us this morning, and show you some of the innovative things that are coming here, because I think it's going to help out dramatically with getting you guys to pay attention. I think they could put in as much money as they want into certain projects, but at the end of the day, they need y'all's cooperation as well. What do I mean by that? Using the space that they provide. If they have a huge lot out here, which is right here in front of me, the travel plaza, which we're going to pull in so we can get some gas afterwards. But look, you got a full 7-Eleven back here, parking for days. But I wouldn't recommend just waiting here, because you're just taking up too much space, because these are people who want to use the gas station and stuff. But look, just south of it, or just east, or next to it, you have a whole separate parking lot. So that's what we're going to pull over, and we're going to talk about a few things first. All right? So let's pull over into the parking lot here, get some space, so we can stream and chat for a few. All right. Okay, guys. So I am now located in the Travel Plaza. Travel Plaza located behind the gas station across the street from Terminal C. This area is pretty new, pretty high developed, and kind of doing some things. And they're constantly expanding. So MCO provided, and Thomas, you can just let me know in my ear whenever you call stuff up for me, because I can't see anything at the moment. So first, I wanted to show you guys the first view here. This is the satellite view of the kind of the parking area that MCO currently has. In this portion, what you're looking at is the new extension of parking areas. So to the right side of that screen, you're seeing F, H, and E. Where I'm currently sitting is just south of F. And that's exactly where we are right now. That's that gas station there. That whole area now, this is pretty interesting. While we leave that image up, this area is going to get a complete paved, is up to be paved. So the board meeting, we're notified, board members, of plans to issue a request out here to vendors that can provide asphalt paving services on the South Park Place economy lots. These are currently all grass, is what you're looking at. So there is now in the works that this parking will get paved. So what comes with pavement? Obviously electricity and things like that. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see. Next up, what you're looking at is all the information of how and where you should be parking here at MCO. There's a huge, very well explainer of where everything is currently located. You could even head over to MCO's website, which has all their current status of things, like if there's openings, if there's not openings, if what's currently full, what's not full. And this is stuff you should be proactively taking. I'm talking about visiting a website, even downloading the MCO's app. I have probably 4 different airport apps on my phone that I use. Sorry, running out of breath here. That I use whenever I'm traveling. MCO's is great because it lets you know any delays, what parking lots are empty, and what parking lots are full, and where you should be parking and stuff like that. So, also, they have a new thing coming out that you are going to be very familiar with. And what I'm talking about is these like hip, cool technology that is so simple but achieves such a huge goal. So the parking guidance system, okay, is a system that is going to be over at MCO's parking garages, and it's part of a new like multi-million-dollar project that they're going to be putting in. What this is you have seen these before at like the theme parks or over at Disney Springs, where the indicators on the outside of the road will tell you, hey, This lot has 4 spaces, and then we'll illuminate and let you know what space is open so you can just cruise on down. What does this help do? This helps traffic flow. This helps the continuation of the flow of traffic while you're out and about, so that people aren't just going up and down travel lanes and having some problems there. So I'm just trying to restart something in the truck here. But there's a lot of things coming, but if you're not using them and not using them properly, then we run into problems, right? So with all the money that's being spent, you have to come out and proactively know what you're doing. Don't be driving blind out here to any airport, let alone a huge one like Orlando International Airport. This airport is a 24-hour airport. It is constantly hustle and bustle, and their team out here is doing what they can to keep you guys in the loop of exactly how to handle business. But if you're not wanting to do it, then you're always going to be complaining about it. So you guys know how I'm about. It's about safety. It's about understanding and being proactive and getting some knowledge here. So yeah, anytime that you're out here, this lady is about to slam into the truck. Totally fine. Not a big deal. She probably struggled. I should probably help her. So yes, be prepared. Always show up on time. Understand you could always wait off property. Sometimes I do that, but coming out here to this sell lot is the easiest thing. So many people stress, oh, I got to park somewhere else. If they're letting you know, hey, I just landed, if they're not picking up anything, and when they text you, hey, I'm getting on the tram, by the time you put your car in drive and leave here, when they say they're getting on the tram, then you're showing up about the same time. That's the rule of thumb for me. If they're waiting on luggage, as they tell you, hey, I have my luggage, that's when you should be leaving the cell phone lot. All right? So guys, sorry about the tech issues this morning. I'm going to come back out here actually and do like a pre-recorded travel tip piece. I think that'll be really good. But until then, drive safe, fly safe, be respectful to all your MCO employees, be overly kind to your flight attendants, and I'll catch you guys next week. See ya.